Hey, Justin here with RM Rides, and we're just finishing up our 2016 Hooked on Phoenix Adventure Ride. This is the 5th year we've done this ride, and each year we've had a blast. It's a ride that starts in Mesquite, Nevada, and it's a 900-mile loop. We go down to Phoenix and then come back to Mesquite, but we usually plan on doing it right around the Phoenix Supercross. It gives us a good excuse to get out of the snow in Utah and go see a Supercross, and it's a lot of fun. We spend 3 nights camping in the desert and 1 night staying in a hotel in Phoenix following the Supercross. This is a fun dual sport ride that encompasses all types of terrain. We get into some real technical stuff, some sandy stuff, but a lot of it, for the most part, is easygoing dirt roads, and we even hit some slab. Any bike can do it. I'm riding a WR250R. We have a couple KLRs, a couple 690s with us on this trip, even a KTM 1190. And it works well for all the bikes. This year we've documented it and filmed it. We're also going to give you information on mileage, gas stops, and GPS information. So be sure and click the link below for all the information you need to make this an adventure ride for yourself. Anyway, enjoy the video. Hopefully this helps you plan your own Hooked on Phoenix adventure ride. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride. We start the hop ride in Mesquite, Nevada. This is a great place to start with lots of amenities. The rooms are inexpensive, and hotels like the Virgin River have parking in the back where you can leave your vehicles during the ride. We like to arrive the night before the ride so we can get a fresh start in the morning. We always start the day with a big breakfast at the Virgin River. You can't beat the price. After breakfast, we get the bikes fueled, load up our gear, and we're ready to start the journey. Our next fuel stop will be 110 miles away in Boulder City, Nevada. For our first leg of the ride, we ride from Mesquite to Overton. We hit the pavement out of Mesquite and head south about 10 miles. Then we get to our dirt turnoff on a powerline road in Riverside. This is where the fun begins. This powerline road offers a variety of loose dirt, sections of sand, mild rocky spots, and several hills. The variety and twists and turns make this a fun section. This segment is also going to be a good filter to gauge your skill level and how the rest of the ride will play out for you. If you struggle through this section, you might want to consider the alternate routes that will provide for certain technical sections of the ride. We follow the Powerline Road for roughly 30 miles and turn off towards the Mormon Mesa Road. Then you'll drop off Mormon Mesa and head down into Overton. If you need anything, Overton has several stores and gas stations. From Overton, we stick to the pavement and head south on the highway that runs through the Lake Mead National Recreation Area. This is a very scenic route with a great overlook of Lake Mead. Keep in mind there is a fee when using this road. Currently the fee is $15 per motorcycle for a 7-day pass, so hang on to that receipt. You'll use it when you come back through. About halfway through this segment of road, we like to stop at the Redstone Rest Area. It's a beautiful place to take a break, stretch, and have a snack. From here we stick to Highway 167 and enjoy the curves and hills until we get to Lake Las Vegas. Just to the southwest of Lake Las Vegas, we hit more dirt to work our way over to Boulder City. This dirt section may be one of the more difficult segments of the ride if you're not a fan of sand. It also offers some rocky hills and loose gravel sections as well. If you like that kind of riding, you're going to love this section of the ride. It also offers a great view of the city of Las Vegas in the distance. If you're not in the mood for this off-road section, there is an alternate paved option heading along the edge of Lake Mead to get to Boulder City. This alternate route is also on our GPS files. For us, we really enjoy the dirt section. However, it's also the section we got our first tip over in and first flat tire on the trip.
So as you can see on my 1190R, it comes with tubeless tires, but you always need to pack a tube, because what happens when you're in the middle of nowhere and you pinch a hole into your tire, you gotta use a tube. wish me luck.
Once we come down into Boulder City, we fuel up and restock any snacks and drink we might need. Keep in mind, this will be the last stop until we hit camp. Camp for the night is going to be just under Spirit Mountain near Christmas Tree Pass. We start by taking the Pavement south down SR 95 for roughly 25 miles until we get to the Nilsen Cutoff Road, where it's right back to dirt. From here, we turn and follow the Powerline Road called Grandpa's Road. This is a fun powerline road that leads you up into the hills where the trail tightens up, and you also get into some very scenic areas. You'll get into some awesome rock formations as well, and the first view of Lake Mojave. The road straightens out across the next valley, but slowly gets more curves as we head into the next mountain set. This is a fun dirt road, even in the dark. Eventually, the road comes to a T, and this is where we break away from the power lines and head up Roman Wash. This is a fun but challenging wash that is full of loose gravel and sand. We decided to set up camp at the top of the wash, just under Spirit Mountain. This is a nice, secluded camp with plenty of shelter from wind provided by the surrounding hills. There's also plenty of flat area for tents. After a good night's rest, we wake up to a beautiful sunrise moving into camp, and really get to take in our surroundings that were hidden by the dark the night before. We then get breakfast and pack up camp in preparation for the adventure ahead of us. From camp, we head east out of the canyon on Lawrence Station Road for a little over a mile, then turn south down the base of the mountains toward Christmas Tree Pass. This is a tight and fun two-track trail that provides a great view of the scenic mountains that line our next segment. This is also a nice warm-up trail to get the day going. We then hit Christmas Tree Pass. As the name suggests, Christmas Tree Pass is a cool canyon road that is lined with high, beautiful mountains, and the trees have been decorated with Christmas decorations. On the way out of the pass, there's a lot of great overlooks and vistas to take in. We follow the pass all the way down until it meets up with the Laughlin Highway, which drops us right into Laughlin, where we gas up and restock any essentials. Laughlin is a cool little city with lots of casinos lined along the shores of the Colorado River. On our way out of Laughlin, we pass the Colorado River, which separates Nevada from Arizona. It's now on to our lunch destination in Oatman, Arizona. To get there, we'll travel through Bullhead City and then take the dirt roads through the mountains until we hit historic Route 66. Heading south a short distance, we roll into Oatman. We're on day 2 of our trip. We just left Laughlin and Bullhead City this morning, and we worked our way to Oatman. Oatman is an awesome old mining town. It's right along Route 66. It's an awesome place to stop. You gotta stop here and have lunch. There's a lot of antique things, a lot of old mining equipment here, and there's even wild donkeys running around everywhere. When the miners left, they left their donkeys, and Oatman is actually credited as being one of the last gold rushes in the US. They found a lot of gold here, big deposit in 1915, and the town kind of blew up overnight. And 10 years later, it was kind of a ghost town. But as you can see now, Oatman is alive and well, and there's a lot of cool things to check out. Each of these little gift shops have a lot of antiques and neat things inside, and we're gonna go check some of those things out. After seeing the sights in Oatman and having a great lunch, we head out towards Kingman. This is an all-road segment down the historic Route 66. There are a lot of fun curves with some views of the old gold mines located throughout the mountain range. This road takes you to the freeway just south of Kingman. This is a good place to stop and get gas because it'll be another 140 miles before the next gas stop in Wickenburg. For us, it's also where we fixed our second flat tire on the 1190. Once we got the flat repaired, we took the freeway down to Yucca. There isn't much in Yucca, but it is home to the huge Chrysler Arizona Proving Grounds where they do a lot of their automotive testing. Off the freeway, we make our way down the frontage road and turn onto a dirt road that we like to call the Dirt Superhighway. This long stretch of dirt road is wide, smooth, and fast. This road slowly gets curvier as it makes its way up into the hills. The road also starts to offer some amazing landscapes full of big saguaro cactus spread throughout the rolling hills. In previous years, we've set up camp down near Lake Alamo, but this year we decided to camp up in the hills away from the cold breeze from the lake. We found a beautiful camp spot in the middle of the valley right along a wash. This campsite is also marked on our GPS files. It's a perfect sandy flat area. We were able to set up camp with plenty of light left in the day and enjoy the great desert sunset.
All right, here we are. We're out here on the Hooked on Phoenix ride, and we just found this awesome camping spot. To take advantage of a spot like this, you have to make sure that you're geared for it. You know, if you don't have the right gear, you end up ruining your trip because you're so miserable. So when we started doing these kind of trips, when we started adventure riding, I think we fell into the same pitfalls as everybody else. And you don't spend much on your gear. You get you a sleeping bag and get you, a cheap tent, and you go out and you find out that at number one, it was too big, it was too bulky. And so every time you go, you end up making, choosing better and choosing smaller and lighter. And sometimes the price goes up, but we found that it's worth it. It's worth it to have that awesome gear that packs really small and really light, but yet has good temperature ratings for where you're going to be, and a tent. I had a Walmart tent that I camped with for the first little while, and we got into a rainstorm, and the rain fly just didn't cut it, and it ruined my trip. But these new ones, you can have these, even these Eureka tents. They're fairly inexpensive, but they have the full rain flies, they pack small, and we've been in, raining all night long and been totally dry and comfortable in the morning.
So here we are, we made it to camp tonight. We wanted to get a little further down the road, but part of the reason why we were a little behind is we had a couple flats today. So my bike, 1190R, has a tubeless rear tire. It ended up pinching the tire. Now I've got a problem. I can't hold air in it. So we broke it down, put a tube in it, ended up smoking a tube, so we had to put another tube in it. What this all boils down to is being prepared. We always try and have all the tools we'd need for most fixable situations, whether it's electrical problems or, flat tires or breaking a piece off, breaking a lever, snapping a cable. We try to have a few extra parts and pieces with us and the tools to put those pieces on. One of the issues about, you don't want to have too much stuff with you when you're on a ride like this, but you want to have enough redundancy. Well, I happen to be carrying a pump. Eric was carrying a pump. My pump didn't work. Luckily, we had some redundancy there. I was able to use his pump, save the day, tires up. We're on down the road. So all in all, not too bad of a day, but that's part of why you want to make sure and pack. Think about what you're doing, what terrain you're going to be on, what machines you have to make sure you have the tools and, you know, parts and pieces to fix those bikes. And it just makes the day and the ride a lot more enjoyable.
The next morning provided a great Arizona sunrise. After getting some breakfast and packing up camp, we're back at it again for our last segment until we arrive in Phoenix. From camp, we head south towards Alamo Lake. The hills leading to Alamo Lake provide a great view of the lake and the surrounding hills. Once down in the valley, the road slowly makes its way into the hills where it gets rocky and technical with some steep hills. The trail eventually makes its way back down towards a wash where we take a little break near an old abandoned school bus. This is a cool area full of loose sand and tunnels in the bushes and trees that lead down to Bill Williams River that feeds Lake Alamo. In past years, this river has been completely dried up and was just a long sandy section. This year we found a decent amount of water flowing, which made for a more exciting crossing. The trail then leads through the bushes and trees on a fun winding trail. This leads us back to another dirt superhighway on Wickenburg Road and eventually turns into Alamo Road again. This is a nice long high-speed section, but you have to be wary of the crosswashes along the road. Following Alamo Road then leads us to Highway SR 93. If you're looking to stay out of the sand and water, there is a nice alternate route which bypasses all of Alamo Lake. This is a nice maintained and scenic mountain pass, but does encompass more slab than the Alamo Lake option. Once on pavement, we head south till we hit our gas and lunch stop in Wickenburg. From Wickenburg, we continue south and take Highway 60 into Phoenix. Since we're in Phoenix to watch Supercross, this is where we head to the hotel, get cleaned up, and make our way over to the races. After the races, we head back to the hotel and get a nice night's sleep to prepare for the start of our journey back home. In adventure fashion, we decided to get breakfast outside the normal breakfast chains within the city and headed out to Wickenburg, where we found a nice little local restaurant called Horseshoe Cafe. The town of Wickenburg offers a lot of history of gold mining and lots of old western relics. It also has some great local restaurants. In Wickenburg, we gas up and get ready for a long highway section ahead. This is a good stretch of road to put in your earbuds and enjoy your music. We'll head north down the highway for about 56 miles until we get to our dirt turnoff at a mountain pass called 17 Mile Road. "17 Mile Road" is a well-maintained dirt road that offers some incredible views and fun twists and turns. The The mountain pass is home to a huge variety of cactus and vegetation that make for great pictures. This section is a great spot to take it easy and take in everything the Arizona desert has to offer. As we come down out of the mountains, we take a quick break in Greenwood and then meet up with Signal Road, where we were surprised to find a flowing wash in our path. From here, it's on to Coyote Wells Road. This is where the turnoff for the alternate loop is. This alternate, that we call the A loop on our GPS files, is going to be for the guys that want a tougher challenge. It's going to offer a lot of sand washes and steep rocky hills with rain ruts. Once to the top of the alternate loop, you'll be rewarded by some great views and a fun and curvy 2-track back down the mountain. This trail will eventually make its way down and meet up with Alamo Road. We then take Alamo Road north, where it meets up with Coyote Wells Road. This is also where we meet up with the guys that chose not to tackle the A-loop. With the group together, we continue down Alamo Road for about 5 miles until we get to Chicken Springs Road. This is another scenic mountain pass that'll drop us down into Wickiup. Wickiup is a small town with a cool trading post where we gas up and have some dinner. Gassing up your bike. It's the kind of guy I am. After dinner, we head north out of Wickiup on the highway for about 18 miles before turning off onto dirt at County Road 129. We follow the well-maintained dirt road through the mountains just over 10 miles until we get to our camp spot, running alongside a sand wash surrounded by hills to protect us from the wind. We get camp set up and relax around the fire. After a chilly night of camping, we start getting ready for the last day of the ride. Before heading to Kingman, I highly recommend checking out the Gold King Mansion just a few miles from camp up Moss Wash Road. It may be a good idea to visit the mansion before you load your gear, since it is a rocky and somewhat technical dirt road. The Gold King Mansion is a historic structure built in 1929 and was used to lodge wealthy, potential gold mining investors. The stock market crashed at the end of 1929 and brought an end to the mining and the mansion. After spending some time checking out the mansion, we work our way to Kingman on the well-maintained dirt road that we came in on the night before. This takes us to the freeway, and then we drop into Kingman. Leaving Kingman, we have our longest pavement section of 78 miles as we make our way to Boulder City, where we'll stop for lunch. On the way to Boulder, we take a break at the Hoover Dam. The dam is a great place to take pictures and stretch after the long slab section. From the Hoover Dam, Boulder City is only about 10 minutes down the road. Downtown, we have lunch at the Coffee Cup, where they serve great American food with a nice local style. With full stomachs, we gas up the bikes and make our way back to Mesquite. From here, we typically reverse the first sections that we started the ride with and make our way through the technical dirt to Lake Las Vegas. If time is short or you want a different view, take the alternate route next to Lake Mead. It's an easygoing, scenic ride on the pavement. From here, we head back through the Lake Mead National Recreation Area. Remember to have your receipt ready at the pay station, and back to Overton. From Overton, you have two options. Either head up towards Mormon Mesa and reverse the dirt power line section, or take the alternate and faster I-15 freeway option north of Overton. So that's it. That's the hop ride. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully we gave you enough information to help you plan your own Hooked on Phoenix adventure ride. Remember, subscribe and click on the link below to go to our blog to get more information to help you plan your next adventure. Thanks for watching.